If you're on my email list, you probably got my recent blog post about the colors I'm wearing now. Because since I've published my new course, Choose Color First, I've been thinking about color more constantly. So I want to go through some of the images of what I'm wearing now and talk a little bit about why. Those of you who've read my book and have been following my blog posts website probably know that based on the work from John Kitchener, who did my colors, I am considered 70% earthy rich, which is autumn, 20% spring, and 10% summer. When I make a mistake in choosing a color, it's usually because I go into the subtle blended area. There's a part of my personality that just loves the gentleness, the somewhat ethereal quality of summer colors, subtle blended. Those are sort of grayed down. Anytime I wear anything that's too grayed down, I look gray. One of the things I learned is that you can love and appreciate a color that someone else wears and that they wear well, but you don't have to adopt it yourself. They probably feel the same way about the colors that you wear that they can't. So let's talk a little bit about what I'm wearing this season. And when I say this season, it's still summer, right? It's still warm in the Northern Hemisphere. So let's look at the first one. This is part of a whole group of things that I bought at Old Navy. Now, why do I shop at Old Navy? On a good day, I'm 5'1". I really think I'm pushing it. I think I'm closer to 5 foot now. But the thing about Old Navy and Gap and a lot of the fast fashion outlets is that they do cater to kind of preteens and younger women, and they tend to be shorter still. And I recently found some wonderful buys. So this first one is a combination of top and some pants that I bought that were on sale. They were both linen. And the first one is this. It's darling. It's just a tank and it's ruched on the side. And those of you who understand the details, ruching is where they make the seams gathered in, and it fits closer to the body. And this seam is tied by some green ties with a little toggle in an amber color. It's just a cute piece. And then the pants are cropped. In this photo, they don't look cropped. They look a little too long. I might take them up, but in reality, what happened was my husband was standing a step up from me. And when you took the picture down looking at me, it made my pant leg look longer than it actually is in real life. But extremely comfortable. Some of these things are still available for sale. Some they've already sold out. But it's worth taking a look at if it's your style. Now, the chartreuse blouse I bought a couple of years ago, and I wear it constantly every summer. I love chartreuse, as you can see from my chair and my flower vase. Different shades of chartreuse. In other words, a very yellowed green. In my color palette, those are part of my sort of playful, energetic colors. I love that feeling that they give. It's very often worn by women who have a lot of autumn in their color. This is a photo of how I wore it with a coral tank top that I have. Corals and peaches are my reds, but this is my primary red. But this is one of my deeper, richer, more romantic type reds. And it's also linen. And it's short sleeved, elbow sleeved actually. So I wear it every summer. Now in that same haul from Old Navy, I got these gorgeous tencel pants. They're kind of a reddish brick color, extremely comfortable. They fit right out of the bag, which is amazing for me. They have a wonderful drape and flow to them. I think they sold out they had green also, kind of a olive green, but I think they sold out in that one. They were going fast because they're all on sale. And in that same haul, I also bought these linen tops. They're pretty much tunic level, but they're linen and they're extremely comfortable. I use them as a cover-up, like if you go into an air-conditioned space, I use them as a cover-up over a tank top and simple, usually straight pants because they're pretty full on their own. And I got them in the avocado green and also the russet red. And that russet red was very close to the color of the tencel pants, but enough different that I didn't want to wear them together. And those are going fast too. I'll put the links here, but some of this stuff may not still be available. Now, it wouldn't be summer without a striped blouse. Even though most blue and white striped blouses are not in my color palette, this one had a stripe that was kind of a a charcoal color. You can't quite see it well in this photo, but I loved it. I loved the way the pockets were placed low, and the whole styling of it was kind of chic and fun and different. And it was from Zara. You won't find it on Zara anymore because when they get things in, they turn them over very quickly. So you're not going to see it again. But there are some other options, and I'll list those. Now, a couple of years ago, I bought a wonderful blouse at Anthropologie from a company called Cloth and Stone. And it's a very heavyweight cotton, but it has a lovely drape to it. It isn't stiff. It's not like poplin. It's meant to be worn very casually. As far as style is concerned, high-spirited and natural mostly. And if you've seen my other course, Discovering Your Inner Style, you recognize that that means that things have to have a little playfulness, but a lot of relaxation. So that's why I love this top. It's also very comfortable, similar in the feeling to the striped top. Now, one thing about the color, it's a very pale blue. It's actually in my, what John Kitchener called refreshing colors. And it's a pastel essentially. Some people think they don't have any pastels, and that's absolutely not true. Every single color type has some version of a pastel, and they are the lightest colors that you can wear within your palette. And the reason they're charming and helpful is that they make you look fresh and younger, especially the ones in the red range. My red range in the pastels is a very, very lightened coral. So that's just something else to keep in mind. Now, when you go to my website, you'll see the pop-up that keeps jumping up on the screen. I know it's annoying. I can't get rid of it because I have to have some sort of a sign-up form there. But anyway, the color that I'm wearing in that is a yellow blouse that I bought at Chico's 2 years ago. They don't have it anymore. I found something very similar on Amazon, and it says that it's cotton and linen, but it's $8.99. Somehow I'm dubious that it's really cotton and linen, but it's worth a try. If it doesn't, you can send it back. I'll put the link here. The reason I love yellow is the same reason I love chartreuse. It's enlivening. It's energizing. And I often wear it with some white linen pants that I got at Nordstrom's. It's from their Caslon brand, and they have them every year, amazingly. You know, women are going to wear wide leg linen pants, especially in hot weather and in lighter colors. And I still believe they're on sale on the Nordstrom's annual sale right now. So it's a great bargain. If you don't wear it now, you can wear it next year and the year after and the year after. And in that photo, I'm wearing it with some sandals that I bought through Quince. They no longer have them in black, but the construction is a little odd in that the wider strap that goes over the arch is a little elevated, and women found that it just wasn't holding their foot quite right. What I did was just move the back strap one dot forward, one hole forward, and it pushed my foot a little bit forward, but it gave the whole thing a better fit. And they're actually quite comfortable. I love them. But there's another reason that I bought those shoes. In the 1970s, it was what everybody felt very chic in, kind of sexy, but also kind of natural. And I just love them. So I had to have these shoes. They still have them in, I think, tan and white. And I think they're very attractive. But again, pay attention to that large strap over the arch. And I wore it with the yellow blouse. I wear it with a lot of things. And since we're talking about accessories, the green cap, I've had it for such a long time, but you'll find them everywhere. And of course, Amazon has a ton of them. So I'll put the link there. And also they come in every color you could imagine. And they're cotton. Most of them are, but they fit a little bit better for a smaller head. Women tend to have smaller heads, so those work nicely. And then the burgundy belt bag. I use this thing so much. I use it when I go to the gym or when I just don't want to carry a lot of stuff with me. But one little caveat, if you wear a belt bag and you have a phone, like an iPhone, and you put any credit cards in that bag with it, they will demagnetize the strip. Now, not many places use a strip anymore, but I had several credit cards that were demagnetized by having my phone so close to those credit cards. So if you have a solution, let me know. There has to be some kind of a barrier between where the magnets in the phone are and where your credit cards are. Minor problem, but it was a hassle. I had to get new cards. And then lastly, I bought this t-shirt on Etsy last year. I bought it because it made me laugh. I don't wear a lot of graphic t-shirts, even though if you have a lot of high-spirited style, you can wear a lot of graphic t-shirts. I think high-spirited and youthful are the women who tend to be able to wear sort of playful graphic t-shirts. Every style could wear some version of it, but I have enough classic at 25% that I can't go too extreme. But I love this t-shirt, not only because it made me laugh, but because it was sort of a gotcha at all the high-end designer items, because this is a copy of the Gucci logo. They don't sell it anymore, and I'm pretty sure it's because very likely the Gucci company came down on them legally. I hope they don't come after me. I'm just wearing it, folks. I didn't make it. Okay, so that's kind of a general summary of the kind of things that I wear this summer. I hope it gives you some ideas. One of the things I learned from another YouTuber that I love and follow here is from Elisa Beltempo. And she encourages you, when you see something on someone else that you really like, ask yourself, what is it about the piece that I really like? Is it the structure? Is it the texture? Is it the proportions of the pieces? Is it the color? In other words, when you identify the elements that make up that combination, how can you adapt it to what you already own so that you're not trying to take someone else's persona onto you? So I think that's it. I hope those are helpful. If they are, please send me a note here. I would love it if you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Take excellent care. Bye-bye.